Today, we are going to learn how to set up and turn on a computer. To start off, make sure you have a CPU, a monitor, which is the screen, a power cable, which is usually black, a VGA cable, which usually has blue heads, a mouse, a keyboard, an Ethernet cable, which is usually blue, and a modem or router, which is the source of an internet connection. First, grab the VGA cable. Again, this is what the VGA cable looks like. These screws are used to tighten and loosen the VGA cable. To tighten the screws, spin them clockwise, and to loosen the screws, spin them counterclockwise. This is what the head of the VGA cable looks like. Now, find a port on your monitor where this cable will fit. On the monitor that I am using, all of the ports are located over here. After fitting in the head, spin the two screws to tighten the VGA cable. Remember, to make it tight, spin the screw to the right. To make it loose, spin the screws to the left. Make sure the VGA cable is securely fastened. Then, plug in the other side of the VGA cable into the CPU. All of the ports on the CPU will be located at the back over here. This is what the port will look like on the monitor and on the CPU. Again, fit the head into the port and tighten the screws. To make the screws tight, spin them to the right. To make the screws loose, spin them to the left. Now, take your black power cord and plug it into the monitor. You will find the port for the power cord where you plugged in the VGA cable earlier. The other end of this cord will plug into an outlet. The cable I am using has 3 ends, one for the monitor, one for the CPU, and one to plug in the outlet. Yours may only have 2 ends, and that's okay. That just means you will need to plug in one power cord into the monitor and outlet, and one power cord into the CPU and outlet. If yours looks like mine, plug in the 3rd end into the CPU. Again, you will find all of the ports on the same side you plugged in the VGA. Next, grab your mouse. Look at the wire connecting to your mouse. This type of connector is called USB-A. Now, look at your CPU and find a port that looks just like the USB-A head. These ports are located at the front and the back of the CPU. Plug in the mouse in any of these ports. If it doesn't go in, try flipping it. Once you have your mouse plugged in, grab your keyboard. Your keyboard should also have the same type of wire. Look for another USB-A port on your CPU. It should be right next to where you plugged in your mouse. Plug in the keyboard here. Now take your Ethernet cable. You will need to connect it to a modem or a router. A modem is like a box that connects your devices to the internet. If you don't have a modem close to where you will set up your computer, I suggest using a Wi-Fi adapter. A Wi-Fi adapter has the same head as the keyboard and mouse. But if your computer is set up close to a modem or router, look at the head of your Ethernet cable. This head looks different than all of the ones we saw before. Look for a port that looks just like this on your CPU. Plug in one end into this port. You will know that you have plugged in the Ethernet cable correctly if you hear a click like this. Plug the other end into a modem or a router. The port in the modem or the router will look the same as the one on the CPU. Make sure you listen for this click. Now that we have everything assembled, we are going to turn on the computer. To turn on the computer, press the power button on the CPU. This is what the power button looks like. You will know your CPU is on when the lights turn on. If your monitor does not turn on after a few seconds and you see an orange light on it, that means you need to turn on the monitor. To turn the monitor on, click the power button on the monitor. The power button for the monitor that I am using is located at the front. Look for the power button on your monitor and press it if it doesn't turn on. If nothing shows up on the screen, your VGA cable may be loose. Try tightening the VGA cable on the monitor and CPU. If no lights are turning on at all on the monitor or CPU, check the power cables. Make sure they are plugged in correctly. Once the computer boots up or turns on, you will see this login screen. Learn how to log in our logging in tutorial.